So Young Joc with a think piece. Let's get into it, child. He's over here talking about the female rappers, child. I don't know why. I mean, I guess he, I don't know. Anyway, I thought this was an interesting topic to talk about because this is something that people were kind of talking about. I don't know if he kind of hit the nail on it, but we'll definitely see. So before we get into it, please be sure to, like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the show. But during an interview with Vlad TV, Young Joc spoke on the popping world of female rappers. And he thinks that some deep-rooted issues can cause problems between women in the game. Okay. So he then alleged that because they're held at a higher regard, women in rap don't want to share the spotlight. However, he says that he understands the phenomenon of considering the nature of the game. Now, here's the thing. This whole thing of like women don't want to share the spotlight. First of all, let me just debunk that right then and there. Okay, women have shared the spotlight. We've seen many of the female rappers today and the female rappers before. Okay, share the spotlight, co-sign each other, get on each other's songs. Like, I think now more than ever, there's like a unity of female rappers working together. Like we see Nicki work with basically everybody who's anybody, almost, minus a couple people that just didn't make the cut. But Nicki worked with a lot of people. We see Cardi worked with a lot of people. We've seen Megan work with a lot of people. Okay, these are the 3 prominent female rappers. Doja Cat also, 4 prominent female rappers that have shared the spotlight. So I don't know what he's talking about. So right then and there, I'm like, okay. Then he made a comment talking about the female rap game, they got 180 days until a lot of them are irrelevant. I think that's the reality for some of them. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest. We ain't gonna say no names, but not all of them. Okay, I definitely, we have not heard the last of Megan. We have not, like her or not, we have not heard the last of Cardi. Okay, and definitely Doja Cat. That's if you want to consider her a rapper or not. Whatever. Anybody else, I'm like, it's fair game. Okay, that part could be true. The 180 days, like, come on, let's be clear. No, we haven't heard the last of female rappers. And then the part where he was talking about Nicki saying that she's like bullyish. I mean, okay, and I guess that's what he was that's his whole point of it. It's like, okay, there's no female rap unity, and that's essentially why female rappers are not going to be around for like a long time. I don't think that at all, because when there was female rap unity back in the 90s, when we had like the Queen Latifahs, the MC Lights, the Lil Kims, and Foxy and Kim, did I mention Kim? Yeah, Kim and all them in that era. Like, okay, there was female rap unity, but like they didn't last. But let's talk about this bullyish mentality that you're talking about. So I definitely feel like the state of female rap is kind of like what we seen back in the day. I want to say like 90s rap. Like, so we're talking about your Biggies, your Tupacs, your Nas's, that era. I feel like that was kind of the heyday, or this is when rap started to get a little bit more popular than before, like than, the rappers in the previous generations. Okay. So there was a lot of bullyish mentality. There was a lot of people, like a lot of beefs. There was a lot of, I can't sit with him, this, that, and the third. It was very much like it is now when it comes to female rap in this point. I think the only difference is they brought that beef to music, and that's where the female rappers of today don't really do. We like to stay on Twitter, or they like to stay on Twitter, and go back and forth on there, on social media, and this, that, and the third, or whatever other platform that they use. But they're not really putting it on the rap. They're being really like, they're not saying no names. They're keeping it real cute with their little verses and making, I guess, the fans guess who they're talking about. But no, there was a lot of, I think what makes hip hop popular, or what made hip hop popular, was because of the drama and beefs between people, because we've got some of the best music from artists that had beefs with each other. And when you look at Nas and Jay-Z. Like, they had their little thing. Everybody knows about their diss records. Like, those are well-known songs. The Tupac and Biggie situation. Everybody knows about Tupac. And I'm not saying that defined who he was as an artist. He has a lot of other great hits, but I'm just saying that drama and beef definitely played a part in it. I think the problem is a lot of these female rappers, they ain't doing the rap disses. They ain't dissing each other. They keeping everything on Twitter, and then they giving us music that's kind of lackluster. I think that's the problem. And this is not me trying to sit there and say, oh, well, there needs to be more drama. Like, whatever, more power to you. If you want to stay peaceful, cool. But I'm just saying that's where it is. But don't ever say that ain't nobody sharing the spotlight and a certain rapper is being bullyish, whatever that means. Like, no, that's not the case here, sir. That's definitely not the case. I would reevaluate that. But I don't know, child. Tell me what you think about it in the comments.